Ghana has dissolved its National Football Association after its president was filmed apparently accepting a cash gift. Kwesi Nyantakyi was pictured taking $65,000 from an undercover reporter pretending to be a businessman keen to invest in Ghanaian football. Mr. Nyantakyi is vice president of the Confederation of African Football and also member of the FIFA Council. Even though he has not commented on the allegations, FIFA body has suspended him for 90 days, banning him from all national as well as international activities.
Hundreds of Ghanaians on Wednesday trooped to Accra to watch alleged acts of bribery involving senior football officials captured on video. Head of the country's Football Association, Kwesi Nyantakyi, who is also a member of the FIFA Council, was seen in a hotel room taking a $65,000 bribe from a supposed businessman seeking to sponsor the Ghanaian Football League for up to $15 million over 3 years. When the video was previewed by authorities in May, Nyantakyi was arrested, then released on bail. The Ghana Football Association issued a statement backing the president and saying he was innocent until proven guilty.
The evidence I have seen, if I were the president or the IGP, I see no reason why Nyantakyi should be given a bail. But he was given a bail that same day, in spite of the fact that we saw him collecting $65,000 and selling the sovereignty of Ghana to the foreigners and investors and claiming that very soon, in 2 years, he will become a politician and they will control Ghana. Sad for the country.
I'm still in a state of shock. I've got to admit that. I'm shaking to a certain extent because, you know, what has been revealed to me, yes, we had an inkling, yeah, you know, we pay bribes and this and that, but not on this scale. Not on this scale. But I will say that it represents a great opportunity for new minds, new heads to get together to rebuild Ghana football on a firm and proper foundation where we do things the right way, where we do things properly.
Football is by far the most popular sport in Ghana, and while the national team, the Black Stars, failed to reach this year's World Cup finals, they were quarter-finalists in South Africa in 2010. Football officials such as referees were also shown accepting bribes ranging from goats to cash sums of 300 to 4,000 cedis to make favorable decisions.
Let's take you to East Africa, where in another move by Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has sacked and replaced two of the country's most senior defense and security staff. General Samora Yunus, described as Ethiopia's most prominent military figure by a top prime ministerial aide, has been replaced as Army Chief of Staff by General Sare Mekonnen. Air Force Commander General Aden Mohammed has also been appointed the new head of Ethiopia's Intelligence and Security Service, replacing Getachew Asefa, who was in post for 17 years. The outgoing Army Chief, General Samora, was due to retire in a few months. He fought with the rebels who overthrew Mengistu Haile Mariam in 1991 and brought Miles Zenawi to power. For the next few decades, he was Mr. Zenawi's close ally and a key figure in the much-feared security establishment. And the first batch of Cuban doctors have arrived in Kenya amid controversy surrounding their pay treatment, including privileges such as furnished apartments, security and transport. This comes as Kenya's medical practitioners, pharmacists and dentist union officials have gone to court to challenge the move by a government they say underpays local doctors. According to the Health Ministry, the doctors would be taken to the Kenya School of Government for a 2-week induction before being deployed around the country's 47 counties.
Half of the expected 100 Cuban doctors hired by Kenya's government to increase healthcare capacity in the country arrived in the capital, Nairobi. The doctors will be sent to every county to work with local medics in a country where health provision is split between central government and 47 county governments. The government says doctors in far-flung hospitals lack specialized skills, forcing patients to pay to travel to the capital, Nairobi, or abroad for treatment.
One development in Cuba, which I think is extremely important to us here in Kenya, the fact that they have an institute for biotechnology and genetic engineering, which can be a major resource for developing domestic industry for manufacturing of drugs. So that's something that the president was himself very excited about when he went to Cuba. And I'm quite sure that sooner rather than later, we shall also have our own institute for genetic engineering and biotechnology here. So let us not look at this thing simply as the Cuban doctors coming here as an event. This is a process.
According to official data, Kenya's doctor-to-patient ratio is 1 to 16,000, which is far below a recommendation of the UN World Health Organization of 1 to 1,000. Last year, the government granted doctors a pay rise promised in 2013 after a 3-month strike. In March, 4 members of staff at Kenya's largest referral hospital were suspended for starting a brain surgery on the wrong patient. The union moved to court to challenge the hiring of the Cuban doctors, saying their positions were never advertised and that the skills offered are already available locally among thousands of unemployed and underpaid medics.
They have been qualified for a number of years. They have sought the employment in the counties, and they have been denied employment on the reason that there are no funds to employ them. So with the coming of the Cuban doctors, our doctors came to court actually to seek some orders from court because the whole process has been termed illegal.
The dispute reflects an attempt by the government to resolve the problem of inadequate healthcare provision that many medical professionals say has been left to fester by successive administrations.
It would be better if our doctors were trained and they were given the same things that are happening in Cuba in terms of facilities and all that, so that at least to get a clue of what's really happening. And you know, with practice makes you perfect. And if our Kenyan doctors were given an opportunity to train with Cuban doctors, then maybe something better will come out of it.
The rest of the Cuban doctors are expected to arrive on Thursday.
Still to come on Network Africa, our Africa Tech segment focuses on emerging technologies and innovative solutions in today's world. Please stay with us.